This one just reminds me of the cheeky young chap he was, to be honest with you. His head's up, knowing what he wants to do. Well, Harry joined us, I think, at 7. He was playing for us on the pitch over there. A scout called Steve Leonard come over from Arsenal and asked if Harry could go over there for a trial.
Well, I was a goalkeeping coach at the Arsenal Academy, and towards the end of the season, Arsenal said, look, we've got this centre forward, but we're not quite sure whether he's for us. But we hear he's good in goal.
He was doing very, very well, saving shots to his left, to his right, putting the ball over the bar.
At the end of the 6 weeks, I said to him, what do you think, Harry? Want to be a goalie? And he was too polite to say no, but I realised his heart wasn't in it. He didn't sign as a goalie, but I am convinced that his knowledge of goalkeeping has intuitively made him a better striker. He does exactly what the goalie doesn't like.
I think he's got the best resilience I think I've seen in a player, because no matter how many knocks he seems to get and how many times people doubt him, he comes back, and I think it's just to prove them wrong.
When Harry was here, the Peter May Sports Centre, which is essentially a cricket centre, but also provided football, the facilities were decrepit, they were decaying, and it wasn't good for kids to come and play on facilities where you couldn't use the pavilion, there weren't toilets, there weren't separate changing rooms, and the pitches were terrible.
It was a sand pitch, which was terrible when we was growing up. Whenever you done a slide tackle on the sand pitch, you know you was going to get a nasty graze.
And for the goalies, it wasn't much fun diving on it.
When I took over, we had about 8 or 9 teams. That was about 2011. We were on the edge of folding, if I'm honest.
The funding available was through the Football Foundation, and it was for this magnificent 3G pitch.
It's more lifelike, but when they do actually have to play on grass as well. But it also helps with their technique.
The pitch is flat, which is good for starts, which helps us try and play football on the floor.
Having an all-weather surface is fantastic because you can train. You're going to train every week. The kids turn up, they do their training session, and they haven't got to worry about, is the pitch playable?
When the Football Foundation was launched in 2000, I said then it was the best thing that happened to grassroots football, which has completely and utterly transformed the landscape of grassroots facilities.
This now is probably on a Sunday morning the busiest facility in the area. There are regularly 4 or 5 games going on at any one given time on the 3G.
This facility is a major asset for producing footballers for the future. If, as a country, we want to produce more Harry Kanes, more David Beckhams, then we should be looking to put in more of these facilities and making use of them.
It's incredibly important for the Football Foundation to carry on investing in grassroots football, particularly on the all-weather surfaces like the 3G that we have here, so kids can play. And the places like schools and the facilities at the London Playing Fields Foundation are excellent as a place to start, where investment can be made, improvements can be made wherever they are, and it can allow kids to play football.
So when kids come here, not only do they enjoy the football, but they have an opportunity to dream. One day, I might be like Harry Kane.
As a young striker myself, I think Harry Kane's a good example, as he played for Ridgeway Rovers and I actually played for Ridgeway Rovers. He played here and look at what he's become now.
Lots of kids turn up in England and Spurs shirts. If you ask them who they think is the best player, they'll tell you Harry Kane. He's a credit to himself and to grassroots football.
Harry Kane opened this facility on the 6th of March 2016. Everyone was completely blown away by how humble, respectful, and how friendly Harry Kane was.
Harry has always been positive as far as this club's concerned. He will always get involved. What he stands for as far as mental health and things like this for youngsters and people using football as the vehicle. Fantastic.
And Harry gets it. The benefits of football extend well beyond the pitch.